Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud, making every douse, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Hey Terrence, that face-off that you had.
Welcome back to another episode here on the Boxing Biz Podcast show, covering the grand arrivals. Crawford versus Canelo. We're days out, and Canelo's looking kind of stocky, to be honest with you.
Too far in that. Oh, he's slow. He's poked up and this and that.
Yeah, he's talking about, you know, being bulked up.
I don't care about all that.
People said that you guys look
I mean, he is bulked up, man,
size,
but
like you were
doesn't
mentioning,
necessarily mean that his athleticism isn't going to kick in. It might surprise everybody, man.
If I'm bigger, you know, we still got to fight. Cup fight night.
Surprise, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker.
Waiting, counting days now.
What do you say to people who are questioning your chin at this weight?
Hey, listen. I ain't never been down yet.
Look, man, he's going to question his chin
Have I
all
been
day.
hurt? Yes, I have. Have he been hurt? Yes, he has. You know, here's
He's
what
going
it
to
is.
question
Thank you.
his weight all day. Look, he has to put on a lot of weight to be able to
Keith, I
then
think
come
we'll
back
agree
down.
on this biggest
Probably
single
coming
factor in the fight.
165, 168.
The weight
I mean,
drop.
who knows?
He's had a good chunk of his career at 47, one title at 54, one fight at 54. Now
Grand
he's at 68,
arrivals,
which is
Crawford,
Canelo's
bro.
home
Look, he
turf.
got the black
And
jacket
he'll
on.
do it.
Well,
He
his
got the
people
all
certainly
black
think
on.
he
I
can
think
do
he's
it
trying
because
to
they'll
like
tell
not.
you to a man.
He's
Brian
trying
McIntyre,
to hide
and
some of
the
that,
reigning
some of that
king, Steven
muscle,
Nelson,
bro.
Been sparring with Bud
We're
since he
about
was
to
a
get us.
35-pounder.
You've seen the
and he was a
AI.
light
Steven
heavyweight.
Nelson ain't Canelo,
AI
no
photos
offense.
running
Understood,
around
but he was
now.
175 pounds
Bro
when
looking like
Terence
an
Crawford was
Avenger right now.
135, a 40-pound difference, and they sparred together. So he's always been in there with bigger guys. He always took it as a challenge when
a lot
guys
of
came to
stuff.
the gym. Sparred cruiserweights, heavyweights.
You know,
He always
definitely
did.
I've seen
in
it.
favor
Right,
of Canelo,
so
but
he's
I
not
don't know so
looking at
much
it
now,
as
man.
the
I'm
size
telling you
disadvantage
that great
that most of the
deception is
world is looking at it as.
is true.
Because he's been in there and proven it to himself. He
I
wouldn't
know
be
you
in
guys
this
saw them
fight
when they were standing
if he
on
didn't
the
believe that he could handle
at the
Canelo's
Bellagio
power.
or whatever, at the
And
fountains.
Mark,
Wow.
you know,
If you
there's
really,
a dramatic
if you really
difference
analyze
between
that
sparring with
that footage,
heavily
man,
padded gloves and headgear
Crawford is bigger,
as opposed
man.
to the bright
Crawford is
lights
bigger.
of
I
fight
don't know if
night
it was
when
the
you're in there
shoes that
with
he was
smaller
wearing. I
gloves
think he
and
was
there's
wearing
all
some
this pressure on you. It's very different.
sandals
So
or
we won't really
some
know
Croc type.
until Saturday night how well Terence Crawford takes a super middleweight punch from a guy
gonna
who
have to take
probably
that
will be a
punch.
cruiserweight.
That
by the
super
time they get in the
middleweight
ring.
punch is different.
What would you compare this to?
That
Is this
super
without
middleweight punch is
precedent, or
different,
what-
bro.
what-
So,
I mean,
you know,
where
putting
do you
on this
go
weight
back
definitely is going to help him absorb
Forget like
some
Henry
of that
Armstrong. Forget the last
extra
century.
power that he's
what in
probably
the last
hasn't
like
been
30,
used to.
40 years could you compare
At
this
154 with
Is
Madrimov,
Leonard
though.
Hagler comparable?
Listen,
Is it
you're
not?
154
Tell
with
me.
Madrimov, and
Yes
you
and no.
caught
I
a
mean,
few rights.
He's undefeated, right?
You took him
There's not a
well.
blemish on his
It's
record.
not like
So
Madrimov
it's
hit
different
him
in
and he
that
was in
sense in
trouble.
that he
I
didn't
mean, this
have
is
to do this,
boxing.
and he's risking his O.
You know,
And
it's crazy because
one
you
thing
know
I would
we
say,
sometimes forget that some of these high-level fighters.
there's
like
not as nearly as much
Crawford,
risk involved in this
Shit,
for
even
Crawford
Floyd
as there
got
is
hit,
for
man.
Canelo, because if Crawford loses, he's supposed to lose.
He got
Despite
hit in
the
that
odds have
Madrimov
tightened to
fight
the
with
point
those
where it's
rights,
almost
but
even,
they ain't really
he's
hurt him.
supposed to lose.
But he's also.
If
this is a
anything, like I think it was the
peculiarity,
speed of Madrimov
especially in today's
that surprised him
day
more
and
than
age.
anything.
No rehydration clause.
Maybe
you know,
that in that
no
fight.
catch weight. None of that
I
stuff.
guess we can say that we saw
So he's
some of
fighting
that
him
speed
straight
maybe
up
slow down
as
for
a
Crawford.
168
I don't
pounder,
think that Crawford
even though
would have
he's
been
never
getting hit
competed
shots
near
like
that. The other
You know,
thing,
at
to
147.
me, in
But
my
Madrimov,
lifetime, the gold
heavier.
standard of weight
Crawford,
jumping
heavier.
would be Michael Spinks, who came up from 175 from light heavyweight
It's a tough
to beat the great
situation right
Larry
there to
Holmes,
gauge
and he
this
was still
because
Larry Holmes.
It all comes back down, really, y'all. It all
but
comes back down
this
to
is
actual
different to
like
me in that
athleticism, right? Like And we know that
almost
Crawford is
38
an
years
athlete.
old. And a big
that's the key
jump of that
takeaway from this
portion in terms
whole
of your body weight or
weight
where
is
you
the
had
weight
been at
matter,
is
the
I
athleticism.
can't really find
and I keep
anything
leaning into like,
quite
okay,
like
man,
it.
this is a special
And again, as you
fighter.
said, he's
Crawford is
undefeated.
super
So is
athletic
Spinks.
outside of just
But
boxing.
I find this outside
that
of
goes a
Spinks,
long
this is
way
certainly the most extraordinary
putting
jump
on
and the
weight,
most ambitious jump.
because then it doesn't impact
with
you
this century,
like it would
where
somebody
we've
else,
become
right?
accustomed to a lot of nonsense.
That's not used to
The
it.
rehydration clauses, the catch
all
weight.
around movement with that type of weight. And he walks around. He's always walked
I
around
don't,
heavy.
he's embracing the risk, but I
was
also
looking
think
back at
he's
some of the
also
fights,
placed.
man. He looks so
It's kind of
skinny in
ingenious
some
in
of
how
these
much
fights. At
how much
147,
pressure
it's
he's
amazing
been
to
able to
see
place on
how
Canelo.
much
Each
he-
fight
he,
comes with
you
its
know,
own sort of
he's grown
politics,
into the
and the
new
backdrop to this fight,
fairly
if we're
easy
going
if you
to be
ask me,
honest,
because
is
as
that
much as we want to say
for
that
years, for whatever
wasn't
reason,
hard,
Canelo
pretty sure
has
it was
resisted
getting
a
really
fight
hard.
against David Benavidez,
147,
who is a
he's been
very
doing it.
big
A lot of these guys come in from
168 pounder.
amateurs
He's
doing
long,
this stuff.
he moves well, and Canelo certainly did not want to fight him for whatever reason.
Ice on
so
that.
it's kind of like,
Shout
hey,
out
if
to
you didn't
everybody
want
that's
to fight the
tapping
big
into,
guy,
man.
come here
Just,
and
you
fight
know,
the little guy.
us tapping
It's
into
almost
the,
like the politics
Grand
of this.
Arrivals.
Crawford
As you can see,
has made
Crawford
Canelo an offer
looks
through
bulked
Turkey
up.
al-Sheikh.
Looks like
has
he's
made him an
hiding
offer
it
he
behind
couldn't
that
really
black
refuse.
jacket, you know.
And I understand.
You
the
know how it
perspective
is,
of
you know, when
people
you got
who
black
say,
on, you
"Let's
hide.
not
You
throw a
hide some of
parade
your
for
sides,
Canelo
man.
For
I
making
don't
an
know.
absurd amount
Is
of
it
money
calculated,
to
or
basically
was it
fight a
just something that
welterweight.
was
I get
fresh
it.
out the
I don't
closet?
think he's a
He said, "Hey,
welterweight.
let me just
You
throw
know,
it on."
he's
Well-
no, and once you accept that challenge, he's on Crawford's end. He's a 168 pounder. He can't have any
Shout out
excuse.
to
But the public's
Martina
perception
tapping
is
in.
that this is a much smaller man who fought one time
Get
at
a sign in the
154
background.
pounds and has spent the last
That's
6
right.
years, whatever, 7 years, however long
Sign
it's
is
been,
lit, right?
2018, I think it was, at welterweight. So he's
Yo,
primarily been a
welterweight.
welterweight for the bulk of his prime.
This is where Crawford would made his
So
name,
I
man.
so I do
Welterweight,
understand
147,
not wanting to
21
give
pounds,
Canelo too much credit based on the
taking
financial
on
aspect
Canelo
of it.
Alvarez. We're talking
However,
about this Saturday.
There's a lot of risk involved here. It's going to if he
prelims
loses
are
to
lit.
Terence Crawford on Saturday
The
night, it's going to be perceived
undercard
that
is
he lost
lit.
to a much smaller
Lester
man,
Martinez
and his
taking
legacy
on
is going to be
Billy.
damaged unequivocally.
It's going to be a tough fight for
I
Lester,
think
man.
there's-
Shout
I
out
think
to
that there's a
Guatemala,
lot
man.
to that. It's why I think that the pressure is squarely on Canelo. I think that, again,
A lot of
that
pressure. I think there's a lot of
His
pressure on Canelo,
Excellency
really.
Turkey al-Sheikh has
More
presented
so
on
than
behalf,
Crawford.
without meaning to,
You know, the smaller
has
guy.
presented on behalf of Terence
The smaller
Crawford
guy gets,
an offer that
the
Canelo
opportunity
really
to move up
couldn't
and
turn
actually
down.
take on
What's interesting to me stylistically is that,
somebody that's
you
2
heard
weights above him
in,
and,
in the opening
striving
segment
to
with
attain
Max, the
greatness and
idea
all
that,
that.
the fans,
So Crawford is
this
really
is going
not
to
in-
be a pro-Canelo
in
crowd.
bad
Oh, you're going to
shape.
run, you're going to run.
Even
This
if
is
he
not
takes a
William
L,
Skull. William
especially if he
Skull,
takes
in
a L.
the previous fight,
Canelo, they're just- they're
Riyadh,
gonna blast
did in
him,
fact
man.
run
They're gonna
against,
blast
against
Canelo if he
Canelo.
loses.
Whatever you want to say
Kind
about
of
that.
crazy the way it is, too.
Terence Crawford doesn't run. Terence Crawford boxes. Conversely,
When you
however,
got that aura
you
around
have
you,
to
man,
assume
they
that
don't
Canelo
wanna see
is
you-
the
see you with
naturally
it.
bigger, stronger guy. This
crazy.
is the weight that
Derek
he's been at
Lincoln,
before.
what up, champ? Shout out to
But
Derek
Crawford's
Lincoln,
going to be there
one
to
of the
be hit.
bros.
And Crawford will engage. He
Shout
has
out
that
to you,
type
man.
of
Hope you're doing
temperament.
all right.
He has that kind of dog
you're
in
staying
him.
healthy.
If he gets hit, he's going to want to get his back.
you're staying
Now, can
up,
he
champ.
do that with discretion and
Bro said he
discipline?
chileando.
That.
What you think about
I
these
think
grand
so, but
arrivals,
that
Derek?
remains to be seen.
You know,
Terence
a lot
Crawford
of people are
is
talking about the
very
size and,
violent,
you know,
and
a lot of
I
people
mean
are
this is a
talking a lot
compliment,
of things.
mean-spirited fighter.
But
And
as we lead
can
up
he
into a
lay
betting
off
show,
once
you know,
he gets
we
cracked?
have the
I don't
betting
know.
show on
But
every
he will be
Friday
there
here
to.
on the
He
Boxing
will not
Biz.
be far away. He
The
will
Better
not be
Betting
running
Show
around.
on Friday.
And that's
So
what has made
tap
him
in with us,
what he is.
man,
If you
as we
remember
collectively
in the
get
Yorgos
together
Gamboa
and
fight when he got
actually
hurt,
try to come up
that's when he
with some
flipped the
good
script
betting.
on Gamboa and tore
You know,
him apart.
collectively as a community, I don't know
When
it
he
all,
got
but I
knocked down
do
by
know
Cameos,
enough
Let's be honest, it was a
about the fight
knockdown.
game
Terence
to
Crawford himself,
give you guys
in a
some
quiet moment,
fairly
will probably
good
tell
picks
you
that
that was a knockout.
I'm
He'd
up
also
to
tell
date.
you
Terence Crawford would
he'd
say,
have
you
doubled
know,
up
it wasn't a
money on
No,
knockdown.
but I was there.
DraftKings
But
account.
I'll say this:
So
when
I'm
we
doing
agree
all
with
right.
when we
And
interviewed Crawford,
like I
it was-
said, we
believe
can
it
always
was
tap in
before the Sean
collectively
Porter
as a
fight,
community.
I believe. And he said, people keep
figure
harping
shit
on
out
this
together
Kavalauskas
and
knockdown. He goes,
make sure we
all right,
hedge and
let's
don't
just
fall
say
into
it was
any trap lines or
either
to
his
any
words.
of
Let's just
this
say it was
like
a fucking knockdown. Let's just say it was.
over-dramatization
What
of
happened
some
after
of the
that?
things that these two
To your
fighters are
point,
bringing to the table.
it made him fight
you guys got to
harder.
understand,
early
like,
in the
at the same
fight,
time,
and he just took took him apart after.
you know,
He destroyed
our Bud
him.
fans, right?
Yeah.
And
He
whether you're
destroyed
Canelo or a Bud fan,
Kavalauskas was a very
we all have to
heavy-handed
really be honest with
guy,
ourselves on what we're
well-trained,
actually looking at
I think
Fight night is Saturday,
think
and we need to look
the
at
kind
this
of
for what it
opponent that's
is.
underrated, and it wasn't a
You
household
got
name.
one guy
but he
going up
really
2
had
weight classes.
Great talent, very heavy.
One guy that,
and I think Crawford beating him the way that he did
has evolved,
was
obviously,
another
up to this fight. Canelo
sort
has
of
evolved up to this
unheralded
fight.
accomplishment
And
because Kavalauskas
whatever's happened
was
in the
not yet
past,
a
any
named
adversities
brand.
they
By
had,
the way,
even Crawford,
you're looking at the grand arrival.
maybe quote unquote being
and
knocked down.
Terence
Maybe
Crawford
not.
has already arrived rather
the ref didn't see
grandly.
it,
and you see
whatever.
him
What we
fulfilling
know is
his
that we know
media
what these guys have
obligations.
gotten
In
hit
about 30
with.
minutes from now, we will see the
And
great
to be honest with you,
Canelo Alvarez, and he will
Canelo's
make
been
his
hit
grand arrival
by the harder
hopefully be
punchers. It's just like you can't even argue with that, right?
as grand
So,
as Crawford. Was this grand
Crawford's
enough
really
for
the
you?
one that's going to have to
There'll
like
be
show us
more
a lot
fanfare for Canelo. There'll be a
more
mariachi band and a lot
whether he can
more
take the
supporters
punch
who
or
are
not.
cheering for him. But Crawford's feeding
Whether-
off of this. You
whether
can
he
tell
can
that.
stand
You
up,
can see he's
go
look how
toe to
relaxed
toe.
he is.
Can he actually push Canelo
Look
back?
at him. I mean, he
There's going to be a lot of things there that he has to
Crawford
really
is a slow
do for the
starter
first time. He
because
never
he
fought a
has
168
such a high
pounder.
boxing IQ. You
I
can
don't
see him.
care how many
He's
people
downloading
you
new
bring on for
information.
sparring is
There's
different,
a
man.
period of time elapses
Sparring
before
is
he's
different,
downloaded
brothers.
everything, processed it, and then he
Trying to
goes
really
to work.
be like
Which is, frankly, what happened in the Kavalauskas fight.
1,000 with you guys on this.
Can he afford to
You
do
got
that?
to look at this for what
Absolutely
it
not.
is. Stop
Because
falling into the memes.
there was a school of
Stop
thinking
falling
going into this fight
into the
that
AI
even if Terence Crawford wins
generated
the fight,
picks
he's not going to win.
where it's
Because
like these
Canelo Alvarez,
these are
there's
men,
a mountain of evidence of him
skilled
getting the
men in
benefit
their
of the
own
doubt on the
craft.
scorecards
Ain't nobody
countless
Superman
times in
here.
Las Vegas. He
There's
lost 10
special
rounds to Floyd
individuals,
Mayweather,
right?
probably, right?
I think Crawford can be one
One
of those
judge
people,
scored it a
but
draw.
as far as
he
him
lowered
going in
call
there,
that.
manhandling, knocking
You know, she
people out, and
never
all that
judging
stuff, I
it.
find that
But
really, really
point
hard
is,
to believe. And when I lead into
he
the
does
betting
seem
show
to
this
get the
Friday,
benefit
I'm
of the
going to be
doubt,
talking
even
to
in
you
more
guys.
recent times. You know, against
I can't really
Gennady
sit
Golovkin in
here
the
and
first fight.
talk
Most
about,
people think that Golovkin deserved to win.
oh yeah, I'm going to bet on a
I thought
knockout.
Golovkin edged it in the first fight.
come
I
on.
didn't think he won.
First of all,
I thought it
Crawford's
was
too
legit.
skilled to
I
get
thought it was
knocked
legit
out.
draw, by the way.
Very
And Canelo's
close,
chin,
razor thin, for sure.
besides his head
But a
movement,
lot of
doubt
people
about the
do-
second,
Canelo's
right?
chin is just like
Yeah, Canelo won the second fight. I
been hit
thought
by
obviously
the
he won
biggest,
the
the
third fight.
baddest.
Can I? First of all,
So when people
not
start
only
to
do
talk to
I
me about
agree
that,
with your
I'm just like,
assessment
I gotta
about
just
cannot
listen
get
to
off to
this
a slow
person
start,
because
but I spoke
they're
to
definitely
Crawford this
over
morning, and he agrees with me.
dramatization.
So, I mean, I asked him, I
They've
said, look,
fallen
let's be
into the
honest here. You are
fanaticism.
not the A side.
And I just got to go
Can
in there
you
for the long
afford
ride.
to start slow?
Yeah,
And he
man.
said, absolutely not. I mean, it was a very candid interview. I have to be decisive. I have to show that I'm in,
Oh shit, and that's
I'm in
definitely
control. I have to dictate the pace, and I thought that was a
gonna actually stop that. Should have tried that again. I know that shit was low. There we go. Man, Derek. Bro said, yeah, man, hanging in there, bro. Hope you're doing the same. Man, I'm doing the same, brother. Everything's good, man. You know, Dumatron. Dumatron be everywhere. Tax business is good. If you didn't know, I do have a tax business, Derek. So if you ever need anything that has to do with helping out with maybe tax prep, resolution, or advisement in the tax space, let me know. We could definitely schedule a Zoom, like I tell everybody. But everything's good, man. Thank God. Really happy and very grateful. Cheer. Who else we got? Wow, that dog in the background is my dog. Loud as heck. Derek says, I got Canelo. I'm still salty. Bud B. Oh, beat my boy Spence. No cap. Don't care if I'm off code or not. Yo, bro. I still believe that Crawford wasn't 1,000 on that one. So, people could call me a Crawford. I'm not a Crawford hater. I'm not trying to hate on. Come on. Like, I know T-Bud did mad good in the sport. He's done a lot of good, bro. I'm not one of those hard critics, but I'm saying, I'm going to call it how it is. Spence wasn't 100. He wasn't 100. That fight should have happened before the accident. Then, but circumstances are what they are. He still beat him bad, though. He still beat him. I would have been salty, too. He beat my mans. Texas, stand up. Derek says, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Do me. I live in New Jersey too. Damn, Derek. Yo, for one of these fights, man, when they got him at the Peru, we gotta link up, bro. Gotta start linking up, man. You know, these fights at the is the Barclay I think it's Danny Garcia's last fight at the Barclay. I don't know if it was last fight period, but excuse me. But yeah, man. Shout out to Jersey, stand up. For sure, my brother. We gotta plan it. There be fights out here in the Prudential too, man. I forget sometimes how many of us boxing heads are out here in Jersey, bro. We gotta link up. Be deep as hell on some of the boxing biz shit, bro. Listen, I'm gonna put something together for the next fight out here in the Prudential. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a bunch of us to link up, bro. See if we can get a space or something, or a few rows, so that way we could all sit together and shit and kind of just enjoy the fights, bro. That's a cool ass idea, as a matter of fact, man. I'm gonna aim they make that happen, actually, yo. On some real talk. Yeah, Philly right there too, champ. If you in South Jersey, you know there's stuff that happens at the arena too, so you know it could be either or. I don't mind traveling to Philly. It's not like I haven't traveled to the arena before. Yo, look at Bud when he had dreads, bro. That was young Bud. It's been 10 plus years, man, already in the game. What's my man? Keller. Yo, they brought back Kellerman for this one.
I just think, my skills is going to lead me to a victory. He come from, 147? Mm-hmm. He's not a big guy. He's been fighting bigger guys his whole career. So if he can do it, why can't I?
Bro, he's been fighting bigger guys.
And the counter right hook.
But I can't give it to you like that, champion. I can't give him the whole thing on this one. Even though he was beating him kind of bad. It looked like Spence's time and everything was off.
This is going to be easily the most watched championship boxing match in almost 50 years since Ali fought Spinks, because this is on Netflix. Do you feel any responsibility Netflix, that when all the attention is on boxing, you've got to deliver?
I'm going to give him a victory. Like I said, everybody got their opinion. They're entitled to say and think whatever they want. I don't want to change anybody's opinion on anything until fight night.
Said I'm going to give him the victory, champion.
Keith, Max asked him something in that piece. Is there something in you that wants to hurt your opponents? And I know for a fact that there damn well is. Terence Crawford is one of the most mean-spirited fighters.
Oh, damn. A lot going on right now, man. I'm seeing a lot of people, man, switching over to Crawford, bro. Wow. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in on Facebook, too. Twitch. Definitely X and IG, man. It's a lot of people, man, that are starting to believe that Crawford can actually pull this off. We still haven't seen Canelo come in, so that's what we're waiting for. Shout out to Derek again. Shout out to you, champ. Yeah, man, we're going to put something together for sure, bro. I got to just work around that boxing calendar and see when's the next up. And there's so much boxing out, too, bro. Pretty sure there's going to be something going on pretty soon before the year's over. I just don't know it off the top of the dome. Yo, Derek said, I will never, ever. It's like, nah, I will never switch over to Bud. I can't do it. I'm just going as a bettor. Because as I get closer to the betting show on Friday, I got to get real serious. I got to really speak from a real calculated mind. And right now, as it stands, Canelo still is the one, bro, that should be winning this fight. if for some reason this turns out to be a running show, you know, where you know, my man's fighting off the back foot, I just hope it's a fun fight. I just hope it's a fun fight, man. I really do, man. I really do. Because I'm going to be very upset if I get some bullshit. The greatest fight ever on Netflix, and put all the accolades, put all the cherries and everything else, strawberries and everything else on top of this fight, bro. I don't want to get no crazy ass, boring ass fight. So, you know, we're going to have to see what my man Crawford can take, bro. We already know what Canelo gives, man. He gives these hard-ass hooks to the body, hard-ass hooks to the face. And then when he's going to throw this hook, you really think he's going to hit you in the face, but then he goes to the body. And then you get stung. And then you see him throw another one that you think's going to go to the body. You block the body, then boom, you get hit in the head. Now you dazed. Then you catch this Kovalev right hand, and then you on the ropes on your knees and shit. Like, I'm telling you. It's a lot to worry about, bro. It's a lot to worry about. Shout out to my man Kaz too, man. Dumatron is activado. You already know. Yeah, man. It's a lot to worry about. So, you know, when I start to hear this disrespect, like, he gonna go in there and knock him out. Like, bro, what are you basing that off? Shit drives me crazy. Like, stop talking like you totally forgot that Canelo's been hit by some of the hardest punchers, bro. Some of these, bro, Triple G, you telling me Triple G hit Terence Crawford, he ain't going to the hospital? Fuck, man. Some of you guys are crazy. You know, Gennady Golovkin was the straight up scariest guy, scariest puncher in boxing for a while. You're telling me that you get hit by a guy like that, don't get knocked out at all, not even dazed, and you're going to go get knocked out by Terence Crawford? Bro, you guys, you're falling in love with the selling of the fight. Shit ain't happening. Shit is not happening. Crawford put on this weight so he could take a punch. All right? So my man put it on this weight. He's like, yo, I'm going to take a punch. Now I can at least know I can absorb some of this shit this dude is going to hit me with. You know? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that's all he did it for. I'm pretty sure that with that weight that he put on, it's physics, homie. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Like weight plus speed equal velocity, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I know that Terence is gonna be hitting harder, but he's also gonna be absorbing. You know, the tall tale is, or what we're waiting to see is can he continue to be explosive, fast, and all that shit. That's a lot to put on a human being, bro. Some of y'all think Bud is a fucking cyborg and shit, like the way y'all talking, man. Y'all be having me rolling, bro. Step in, the fucking chosen one and shit. What's up? Terence Crawford. I'm saying samurai, ninja, everything put together and shit. Like, yo, y'all be having me cracking up, champ. Let's get back to the chat, you know, because I always like to check in on the homies and shit, talking caca and shit. Ka says, Crawford got to be on point with this slip counter game. Yeah, he's got to be fucking and you know that he's going to be dealing with a lot in that ring when you got a guy like Canelo coming forward. I'm not saying that he can't handle it, but like, bro, he's going to have to deal with, he's going to have to deal with explosiveness. Look, explosiveness, that's one, all right? You got explosiveness. You got power. You got a guy that's not scared. And I don't mean like, oh, he's not scared. I mean, truthfully, like, I'm pretty sure Canelo's like, bro, I'm going to absorb this guy's punches. I fought fucking Bivol. I fought all these other guys, you know, that are pretty much harder punches. You know, not even argue. You can't even argue with me. Like, come on, man. Damn, shout out to the homie, my motherfucking dog over here coming through talking gaga. He says, stop, kid. Omar Moon. Stop, kid. Triple G is not on Bud's level or ever was. There you go. Nobody even tuned into that frequency. I'm talking about power, bro. I'm not talking about skills. Power. He got hit by Triple G. The dude that was making people look like they had funny faces. And you're going to tell me Terence is going to come in there and try to like fucking knock him out. I'm telling y'all, bro, some of y'all be dreaming in here. I just want to be able to bet on a fucking prop this week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get an over 6. Maybe a knockdown. Look, a knockdown probably, to be honest with you, 725 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, from what the Ring Magazine put out. 725, I both put together, 725 rounds. Nobody's been knocked down. Arguably, because Crawford might have been knocked down, right? We all know. But we're not going to say it so because it wasn't counted so. So nobody's been knocked down. But if my man Crawford decides to open up, bro, he's in danger for a knockdown. I'll tell you that. Canelo's all the butt tenders, you know, or all the T-Buff fans are gonna say, you know, that might be a possibility that he might get a knockdown because, you know, Bud is Bud. He's gonna hit him from angles that he never saw. Like, come on, bro. What angles hasn't Canelo saw? Like, I'm just trying to figure out everybody that's making my man Crawford look like an Avenger. Like, yo, Crawford has to be so perfect in this fight. You guys don't get it. It's like, it's a lot more dangerous than y'all really think, bro, for Crawford. Like, a lot of y'all not really getting it. And I get it, though. This is, I mean, Vegas is crazy right now. I should pull up my DraftKings right now. Excuse me. I haven't even been really tapping into my shit this week, too, man. Well, this weekend. But I got to tell you, you know, the money, you know, the money making is obviously on T-Bud. You know, that's where the money making is. You can still make on Canelo, but I put massive more money than, you know, what you put in. Let's see. I'm going to log into this piece. Again, man, listen, if you're tapping in with us here on the Boxing Biz, just make sure you hit that like button. It does a lot, bro. We got to get out there, you know, and get more visibility. It just helps the community grow, man. And, you know, numbers show, the more we grow, the more cool stuff we can do with the community and the platform. So, duly appreciate you guys stopping by. And as we continue to cover the Crawford and Canelo matchup happening this weekend, Las Vegas Allegiant Stadium. Wow, my dog's in the back killing my couch, scratching it. Hey, little guy. Hey, you all right there, buddy? Wow. Got a little Shih Tzu. So I just found out that Shih Tzu means little lion. Pretty cool because my little dog, he acting like he's a little lion. Little crazy dog he is. So DraftKings just sent me a code. So let me get in there. Where is it? Yep. Shout out to DraftKings, even though I don't get no checks from DraftKings. But they make it pretty easy to bet. And they have some cool like incentives when you first come in. I remember I got like $200, bro. Free money to be able to bet. So that was pretty awesome. But let me get into my sports book, bro. Look, if there's no gamblers on right now, listen, I'm not telling you to go start gambling. I'm just saying if like there's some gamblers out there who already put money on fights, you could definitely tune into the betting show on Fridays. The better betting show here on the Boxing Biz. Cover it here with Doomsday. No fancy schmancy stuff, just good old fashioned, you know, analyzing between myself, who puts a lot of time into some of these picks. Obviously, we do more than just main events. And as much as we know about Crawford and Canelo, there's other fights that are obviously happening in the undercard and, of course, the prelims. And there's more. There's just so much boxing, man. The underdogs 2 days before the actual Crawford fight, which is, I think, today's Tuesday. Or are we in Tuesday? Or it's going to be Tuesday. Oh, yeah, we're Tuesday. So, yeah, I think it's Thursday, right? Thursday or Friday, the underdogs fights. So there's a lot of boxing going on, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Oh, even tomorrow. Tomorrow, Beck Numarkan Nabet. Do not know what that is. Well, let me get back to the grand arrivals. Holy schmoly, bro. I've been slacking. Gosh, bro. Meanwhile, my dog's in the background killing my couch.
How traditionally Mexican his journey has been. I mean, you know,
so
kids
they
don't
got
turn pro
the
at 15 in the United States, but he did. He's traveled this very traditional, old school
they got
Mexican path, and I think
the
that sometimes we
mariachi
forget
out here.
about. We're looking at a kid who's been making his own way in that ring since
they got the mariachi going, champions.
And he was 140 pounds at 15 years old when he made his pro debut.
You know, this is Canelo's day. I hope y'all remember this. This is like Mexican, you know, this is his day. This is Mexico's day. This is definitely Canelo's day. And man, for the life of me, bro, I didn't even think about that. Like, considering Terence Crawford winning and beating Canelo on this day is huge, bro. Terence, like, walks away with, like, the ultimate scalp, which is crazy, bro. That is nuts. If Crawford pulls this one off on September 13th and, like, pulls this off, like, that's going to be nuts. Yo, he's coming home with the scalpy. Big time. It's going to be a bad fucking look for Canelo, bro. And it's a possibility. Hey, listen. It's a possibility. Dia de los Niños Héroes. Day of the Heroic Cadets, which commemorates 6 young military. So I thought I thought it was Independence Day. I guess it's not. I guess the weekend. When is Independence Day? See, I got my holidays messed up right now. My holidays are all mixed up. Maybe it's got some of my Mexican compadres on the chat, but we definitely got something. Well, look, as it stands, September 13th in Mexico is a national holiday. All right? It's a national holiday called Dia de los Niños Héroes, Day of the Heroic Cadets, which commemorates 6 young military cadets who died defending Chapultepec Castle during the Mexican-American War in the 1847. The holiday is a civic commemoration rather than a festive one, honoring the bravery of these 6 teenagers who refused to surrender and fought to the death against invading U.S. forces. So there you go, September 13th. I thought there was like not independence, but there's something besides that. I guess I would have to check in. Let me tap back in with the chat. See what the bros are saying on there. You know, there's always some craziness happening on the chatty. My man Davis Eric, shout out to the Facebook family again. Can't thank you guys enough, man. Always tapping in. You know, we do multi-stream to a bunch of platforms, so you know, wherever you can catch us. This is the Boxing Biz. I'm your host, Alex Doomsday Linus, and you know, some of you guys are familiar faces and have been pretty much part of the boxing community for so long, man. Some of you guys have been around the boxing communities for maybe longer than I have in this community. But appreciate you guys always, man. Your insights do matter. And again, trying to do some cool stuff here in the community. And we're growing, so I can't handle it all, man. Believe it or not. So when I say we build the community together, I really do mean it. So some of you have hit me up already on the DMs. If you want to be moderator in one of the platforms, whether it be Twitch, Discord, maybe X, let me know if you're interested. You can always run one of the spaces on X and just help the community grow. And of course, we build together. And okay, I thought my internet was going out. Never get hit with the Matrix agents again. Yeah, but we grow together, build together, man. Shout out to Tycho TV. Says, do me strong. Canelo taking his sweet time. You know he is, bro. He's A-side all the way, bro. Canelito ain't playing with y'all. Damn, man. This is really going down on Saturday, and like I said, I just brought up my my DraftKings, and I want to see what these odds are looking like. September 13th, bunch. Oh, let me see. Boop. There we go. Wow, Jim Donovan, Kyle Smith, Aaron Bowen, Pat Brown. Am I actually in the boxing here? It's a lot. It is. Wow. It's a lot of boxing bets. So where's Canelo? Wow, I'm scrolling a lot. Reito Sutsumi, of course, taking Javier Martinez. Patty Donovan. Lewis Crocker. Okay. But wait a minute. Did I miss the Canelo one? There we go, finally. And don't forget, you got Callum Walsh. Wow, I sounded mad country when I said that. Callum Walsh taking on Fernando Vargas. It's crazy. Fernando Vargas is the underdog at a plus 245. And Callum Walsh at a minus 330. Listen, man, a lot of people be sleeping on Fernando. We all know that my man Emiliano Vargas, El General, is pretty much like one of the... probably the one that got the bigger spotlight, maybe the more shine, maybe the one that's making more waves. Who knows, right? All I know is that all three brothers are official, but we know that Emiliano getting a lot of attention and gets a lot of respect, right? And I'm not saying that anybody's missing out on any of the love, but come on, everybody got an opinion about each and one of the brothers. So I say that to say this, like, they be sleeping on Junior, Fernando Vargas Jr., bro. He a little different from his other brothers too. Everybody, all three brothers bringing something different to the table, to be honest with you. My man Fernando Vargas is a big bro, tatted up like a motherfucker, got the tattoos on the neck and everything. Got Emiliano. I don't even think he has a tattoo on his body. You know what I'm saying? He's mad, more of a straight and narrow type of young man. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a model who's like probably like the more artistic, mad cool, approachable. You know what I'm saying? Everybody brings something different to the table. But what I noticed, it was like, they sleep on one or the other every now and then, and this is a great opportunity for Fernando Vargas Jr. to go in there and really say, I'm Junior. Don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? I'm big bro. This is the time right now, and I've been seeing the training. Got great people around him, bro. I mean, you look like he got pops, man. He not only pops, but he got George Capetillo, got that good family ties with great trainers. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be hard because Callum is hungry, bro. Let me drink this real quick. Hold on. Callum Walsh is hungry, bro. They put in a lot of backing. Turkey Al-Sheikh and UFC president, shadow of a bow. They talking about. Let me put the volume up on this.
We want to see when we want to see them.
And ultimately fruitless. That left generations of fans asking, what if?
We have a big vision. The sport is very important for us.
What if kings would meet?
Shout out to
They were
Turk.
likely the two greatest active fighters of the 21st century. The sport's biggest draw.
Big shot by Canelo Alvarez.
And its
Yo, he hit
savviest
Kovalev
predator.
with the only one.
That's it. The fight's all over.
What if Canelo Alvarez fought Terence Crawford.
Damn, y'all, I forgot. Y'all can't even hear it. I'm listening to something, and I know y'all couldn't hear it because I didn't bring the audio on, so I'm sorry. I was watching that shit by myself. My bad, y'all. There we go. Look at your man, Big Turk. Yo, Turk came through, bro, and straight shook the game up. And he's, yo, look, he likes, like, I mean, I don't know who did the graphics for that shirt, but that shit is official. There's going to be some dope-ass shirts, too. Mariachi back in the building. Call you Mariachi. Hey, yo, Derek. Says, I'm signed into Caesar Sportsbook. Canelo by KO, TKO, or DQ is at plus 380. Let me check this shit out. Because honestly, I think some props will really go good in this fight. You know, you have see Canelo right there. Boom, right? You got, what is this? To go the distance. All right, to go the distance. Kalen Walsh. To go the distance. If it doesn't go the distance, plus 250. Winning method. See Canelito plus, yeah, Canelo Alvarez by KO, TKO, and DQ plus 380, my brother. Same thing on DraftKings. Got the same thing, man. We ain't gonna wager some of this money. Bro, I gotta put some money on the draw, bro. I have a feeling this could be a draw. Strong possibility. Plus 2,000 for, oh, that's a Nui. Okay. Yo, plus 1,400 for the draw. Let's go. Let's go, champ. Canelo Alvarez. Let me see what that looks like on paper, though. Oh, shit. Let me take out Fernando Vargas. Draw outcome. Put $10 on it. Ooh, for $10, I get 150. That means for 100, I get a 1,500. Hold. Listen, you can't go wrong with a draw. One thing I've noticed, man, and look, we talk about it on the betting show, bro. Remember, the Better Betting Show on Fridays. Stick with Doomy. I sit here. I do the homework so you don't have to. But when we do the show, you guys tap in with me and let me know if I catch something wrong or if I don't catch something and you catch it, you better let me know because I ain't trying to lose money just as much as you ain't trying to lose money with my bets. And I work hard on this shit. But in this fight, particularly since we're all very familiar with both fighters, right? That's, you know, 1,400 plus 1,400. Why wouldn't it be a draw? You know they want the rematch. It happened with Bivol. It happens with all these top fights. We want the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Unless we don't. Unless Canelo goes in there and handles crazy business, or boom, my man Bud comes through, straight up, call him the Avenger, and does some incredible shit to Canelo, and then we all gotta just, you know, shut up and just pay homage. And that's what I love about boxing, right? Because we gotta pay homage, man. Sometimes people do special shit. And it looks like, you know, my man Bud is that type of dude that can do some special shit. Yeah, Derek, man. You know, what do I think, bro? Shit. I know nobody's gonna get knocked out. I'm not sitting here I can't sit here and say like my man Bud, even though I got Canelo, right? I'm not sitting here saying like Canelo's gonna go knock out Bud. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen, bro. Same way I'm like on the Canelo side, I'm gonna say it same way I'm on Bud's side. It's certain shit that I'm just not agreeing with what y'all saying. I'm not seeing nobody getting KO'd and finished, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't no fatalities going on here. So all that Mortal Kombat shit that y'all got going on in your heads and shit, like, you know, people are gonna get fucking finished and shit.
Fatality.
It's not gonna happen. Ain't no fatalities gonna happen out here, bro. Ain't none of that. Ain't no fucking
finish him.
None of that. None of that's happening. So, you know. knockout methods. Now, if you're talking to me about somebody being knocked down, like, look, 725 rounds. Nobody's been knocked down, right? Nobody's been knocked down. But this just might be the time somebody gets knocked down. Chop it up into percentages. Cut up the pie. I don't know. Is there a 25% chance that somebody might get knocked down? Who has the bigger slice in this pie of being knocked down? Terence or Canelo? Just got to start. This is the questions we ask ourselves on the betting show too. But you know, as we break this down, there might be a possibility there because somebody has to take a risk. Canelo's always taking risks because he's the come forward fighter. Terence is going to have to take a risk because if he's fighting on the back foot and he's running too much, he's going to look bad. And last time I checked, there is a bonus, right? A knockout bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Like a big knockout bonus. Like if somebody gets the knockout, like you're getting paid hella money. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm pretty sure there was a knockout bonus that my man Turk, Turk got the bag. That's crazy, bro. The knockout bonuses in the UFC are a little different. 50,000. I think Dana went up as high as like 100, maybe 300, if I'm not mistaken. But who knows? Man, I can't find nothing on it. I guess there's no real number. I don't know. I thought I had heard something like 250,000 or 500,000, but I could be wrong. So many numbers be tossed around. Canelo has made it to the freaking stage. Let's go. My man Canelito always coming through with the 1-2. He be fresh as hell, bro. Y'all can't hate on my man Canelo, bro. Boy be fresh as hell. Matter of fact, let me give my boy the stage real quick. Let me get real small up in this piece. Jim, look at your boy. Got the shades on, the suit. Stop playing with Canelo, bro. He got the suit with no shirt under it. Yo, man. I just started running again, too, man. Shout out to my bro, man, James, man. Bro, he's been pulling me out to run these miles, bro, because I've been kind of lazy lately. I don't know what's been going on with me. I was in such good shape 2 months ago. It was all good just a week ago. But I've been running again. It feels good to be in shape, bro. You fit into your clothes a lot better. You see my man Canelito in there, no shirt. When was the last time you put on a suit with no shirt? You know what I'm saying? It felt good in that shit. Your boy's fresh. And I'm going to give you some insight because I'm always giving you guys little bits and pieces of insight, right? You see how he got the shades on? A lot of people always, don't know or ask me. Or some of y'all probably just don't even ever ask the question. But when you see fighters with these shades on, they're not trying to expose themselves to the light, because they're trying to transition their circadian rhythm over to a night fight. You know what I'm saying? So they're sleeping different. They're doing things different. There's a lot of secret stuff, secret sauce that goes on. You know what I mean? So if you guys ever wonder why you see some of these fighters, come to the pressers and fight nights and stuff as the fight comes closer, especially, you'll see them with sunglasses. They don't want to be exposed to the light. It does something different. There's a lot of stuff that goes on within the body once the eye is exposed to bright lights. So, if you guys ever wonder why sometimes you see this, a lot of little nuances, man. I mean, you saw what my man Floyd used to do. Floyd used to go running right after the club, and you guys probably like, yo, why is he running at this late? Bro, there's a science to everything. And, if you're able to kind of change your circadian pattern, there's certain hours and times within that circadian rhythm where your focus is heightened, your endurance is heightened. There's certain things that are heightened. But if you're ever able to shift your circadian rhythm based off the light exposure to your eyes and your ability to kind of stay up late. And, I mean, I guess one of the cool examples or something that I could probably reference you guys to that makes a lot of sense was like Reuben Hurricane. You remember Denzel Washington and shit? When he did the movie Reuben Hurricane, where basically when Reuben Hurricane's in there, he's like, basically every time everybody's asleep, he's awake, and every time he's awake, he's asleep. Changed his whole circadian rhythm, right? So you can do that stuff. Pretty cool stuff, It's the coach coming at me. Yo, bro. Boy is smooth, man. Come on, bro. Stop hating. Yo, either he got the Dolce Gabbana on or your boy got the suit on. And look at Reynoso. Got the Amiri. Got the little rope chain with the cross on. They fresh, man. Canelo's fresh, bro. He's fresh. He's classy. Yeah, I forget where Canelo came from, bro. Remember, Canelo's family was paleteros, bro. They sold popsicles, bro. You ever seen the little guy in your nearest hood come through with the little cart with the paletas in it? That's where the family came from, bro. Now you see, if you guys have been checking out Netflix got the episodes too, bro. Check out Netflix, man. Netflix been doing it, man. I love it that Netflix is so involved too. They're more than just hosting the fight on their network. They actually actively got involved with negotiating the content that was going to be produced, and it's being obviously streamed on their platform. So check out Netflix. I checked out both the episodes already, 1 and 2. Pretty cool. They got the third one coming out, I think, on Saturday. So let's listen to what Canelo's saying.
Ask you, you've been in a million big fights since you're a kid, really. But I was thinking about it. Is this the biggest fight of your career?
Oh, it's one of the biggest, for sure.
Because I'm thinking maybe it's the biggest stadium fight.
Oh, if you mean about what is around the fight, yeah, it's the biggest.
It'll be seen by the most people, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Stadium fight, the biggest event.
You're right.
And this
yeah,
has
right.
been your era. But you two are the last two standing from that era, right?
Yeah, it's Riyadh season, Netflix, everywhere.
Yo, Kellerman's been really doing a good job too, trying to sell it up too.
You can see that,
lie.
how big is this fight, And you have two of the best fighters, pound fighters, fighting each other. So
and Crawford's pound for pound number one, man. It's crazy, bro. Even though we're saying that Canelo's like, got the accolades, pound for pound is
That's why I knew when no one would fight Triple G, you would, because you always have taken big risks. Do you want to tell your fans anything? Because they understand this is a big risk fight. You can't afford to lose to a little guy. Do you want to tell them anything?
You see what Kellerman just said? It's true, man. You can't afford to lose to little guy, bro. You can't afford to lose to little guy, bro. You can't, man. You can't.
Y contento de representarlos en estas fechas tan importantes que es para México la independencia de México. Así que gracias a todos y que viva México, cabrones.
Damn, he said that with the hands in the pocket, with the silky suit.
Really excited to be here, and well, viva México, cabrones.
Thank you, Canelo. Another great event. I can't wait for it Saturday night.
I can't wait too.
And
Te hizo un regalo para usted, para el campeón, de todos modos. Y no tacos, no boxing, no live. Fui para buscarte, pero no estás allá.
No, acá andamos entrenando, oiga. Gracias, le agradezco mucho.
Sacar una foto, por favor.
Yo, my man just made him a ring. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool stuff, man. I know if I'm a fighter, I'm looking back at stuff. People like, yo, that was somebody that took their time to make that. It was like a little ring and shit. Even though he was complaining, he was like, I went over there to look for you. He was like, bro, we're training, my dude. On top of it, he was mad that he ain't give it to him sooner.
Eddie, I've been wanting to ask you this for a while.
Oh, shit.
Canelo
Is this Eddie?
has been one of the most skillful counterpunchers his whole career.
Where's
But the
Eddie
last
at?
7 or 8
Oh,
fights,
Eddie
guys are
Reynoso.
running,
I thought it
and
was
he
Eddie
has to
Hearn.
chase
I'm
them
like, where
around.
is that coming from?
Can he still rely on his skills from 4, 7, and 8 fights ago?
Eddie, Canelo siempre ha sido uno de los mejores contragolpeadores de la historia y sus rivales siguen huyendo de él. ¿Todavía tiene lo necesario para hacer el trabajo?
Así es, y el sábado lo vamos a demostrar.
I don't know, dog.
He still has it, and Saturday we're going to show it by knockout.
I think
Damn, he
of
said he
him
gonna get him by
sometimes like
knockout.
Marvin Hagler, who when he fought Duran, he gave him too much respect, and it was close. So when he fought Hearns, he thought, no, I'm going to go knock him out. What mentality do you want Canelo to have for this fight?
Me recuerda un poco a Marvin Hagler y lo que tuvo que hacer cuando ves a Canelo. ¿Cuál es la mentalidad que él tiene para este
Yo, who was the one that moved up in weight? Robert Duran or Marvin Hagler? Because I was checking that fight out.
This is the best Canelo we're going to see in 20 years of career, and we're going to show it on Saturday.
Who moved up in weight?
Viva México.
Like Robert Duran or? I gotta look that up too, man, because it was something that I was kind of like confused about.
Biggest star in boxing for 10 years now. In the biggest fight of his career, Saturday night. By the way, the undercard usually starts Saturday before the fight. Not this fight.
I want to say something. I want to appreciate you guys and thank Turki Al-Rashid for bringing this fight to America and make this fight the biggest fight of the boxing history make here in America for you guys.
Wow.
So thank you so much.
Yo, Canelo speaking English now is crazy.
It is not me, it is my country, it is my boss. The thank for him, the Crown Prince, and we wish good luck for Canelo, and you enjoy the fights in Saturday.
And let me tell them now, so the undercard does not start Saturday. The undercard starts tomorrow, and it's the best price there is, $3.99. It's free.
Wow.
You're all invited.
Everybody's
tomorrow,
excited for
2
that,
p.m.
champion.
at the Blue Live
sure.
Theater right here at the Fountain Blue. The undercard starts, and available now tickets to Thursday night's Underdog Series. It's the debut. You want to see young up-and-coming fighters and great fights? Same thing, same place, 8 p.m., the Blue Live Theater right here at the Fountain Blue, 8 p.m. Thursday night.
8 p.m. Thursday night, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us here on the Boxing Biz.
Richard Schaefer.
And don't forget to hit the like button, man. If you really enjoy tapping in here and kicking it with us, just remember, man, that simple thumbs up does a million good, man. And I can't thank you guys enough for spending time here with us,
Keith,
talking boxing.
We do have, I think, a headline
and expecting the best from these guys, right? Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, one of the probably biggest fights of this
win by knockout. I hadn't heard that before. Had you?
And
no,
excited to just be a part of this era, man.
Seen in 20 years.
You know, Crawford's been doing so much.
His trainer sure put a lot more
to break records.
I mean,
you know, bring us just the best. He's the best. Terence Crawford is the best, bro. He's the smaller guy. Roberto Duran jumped up, you know, when he went to challenge Marvin Hagler. So, you know, not an easy task, man, when you're moving up like that. Not an easy task. And look, Marvin Hagler, you know, he was the unanimous decision winner in a 15-round fight. And I know I can't compare this, compare that, you know, and say this to that. But come on, y'all. It's a hard fight. That's a super hard fight. Super hard fight. So remember, tap in. We'll be doing shows every day, obviously, for until we get to the lead up. And, you know, there's just been so much to talk about these guys. Who runs faster, who fucking jumps rope better, who does more push-ups, who plays the more sports, and who's more athletic. The fact of the matter is, this is boxing. And I have to fall back on what these guys have done, what they've been through, and try to stay grounded. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Let's stay grounded. Let's make the right bets on Friday for Saturday. Let's make the right decision so that we're not too hard, right, on our fighters, right, whether they win or lose. Let's just say that this is a super mega fight that's happening on a stage that probably is the biggest stage we've ever had it, Netflix. And I'm going to have a lot of fun covering this fight. So make sure you stick with us throughout the week. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another one here on the Boxing Biz Podcast radio show. Check us out on sound too. Remember, if you guys can't see us visuals on the visuals, maybe you're probably working. Who knows? Maybe you're an underwater diving welder and you need to take us on the MP4. You can take the MP4 with you for sure. So check that out. We're on sound. We're on Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and all the other ones. So again, man, to all the OGs, to all my family, my boxing family, man, appreciate you guys so much. My man Pug, Pugilism in the building. You know what I'm saying? My man Derek. Everybody that tapped in. Eric Cruz in the building, man. I just saw you, homie. I still got to tap in with you for sure, as I'm super indecisive still. But appreciate you, my brother, for tapping in and showing some love, as you are a moderator. So stay wrenched up. Tycho TV and Facebook family. Omar, man, I know you're going to want to bet on this one. So let's bet smart, Champy. Let's not mess this one up, all right? And Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now X. Shout out to X, man, and everybody else. Twitch, bro, I just tapped into Twitch too, so I'm really feeling the Twitch interface and all that. I know it's going to be another platform to grow, and excited to be tapping into that platform, actually. Shout out to OGZ and Sakay. All right, guys, we're out of here, man. Yeah, they covered everything. Davis in the building. We're out. Okay, Champ E, Dumatron deactivated. Cheers.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.